Hi everyone. So today in this video on the continuation of Winamp driver automation series. So today we'll see about this Winamp driver UI recorder. So what is Winamp driver UI recorder and how this very useful to for automating the Windows application. Okay. So in our previous video we have seen the same thing. So here you can see how to inspect the element on the desktop application. So we have seen this inspect.exe where it will help you to locate the element for the desktop application. And we have one more thing called Winamp driver UI recorder. So you can record and you can use this Winamp driver test in your class file. Okay, the third one is using the Appium desktop where you have to, I mean, it's similar to the mobile automation where you identify the locators for mobile application, right? So that is the one. So these three options we have, so that we covered in the previous video. So today we'll see about this Winamp driver UI recorder. Okay, so you have to download one zip file where this Winamp driver UI recorder exe will be available. You have to double click on to open that one. Then we can start our, inspecting the element. Or if you want to record some text, you can record it. Okay, so how do we download this one? So this is a page for Winamp driver. Okay, so here we have to come and you have to click on this releases. Okay, after clicking the releases, so this is where we have downloaded this Winamp driver, right? So if you scroll down, here you can see Winamp driver UI recorder version 1.1. Right? There are, previous version also, but this is the most recent one. Okay, so here you can see this is, new update for UI recorder. They have released some update on the May 2019. Okay, so you have to click on this assets and here you can see the zip file, right? So when you download this zip file, you can see I have already downloaded. If I go to my downloads, okay, so this is I already downloaded. If you extract this one, so it will be like this. Okay, one exe file. So when you double click on this, it will open automatically. So this is a UI for Winamp driver UI recorder. Okay, so this is how it looks. Okay, so before that, we'll go to this particular UI recorder and we'll see what are the things, features are available for Winamp driver UI recorder. Okay, so here we'll go to this page. When you scroll down, so this is for inspecting the UI elements, right? So one is inspect.exe, which we have covered already. So the second one is UI recorder. So you have to go to this page and here you can see. So this is how the UI looks, right? The same UI that we got. And here you can see the UI recorder tool aims to provide an intuitive and simplistic user interface that divide into the two panels as given below, right? So this is a two panel. One panel is like, so whatever the element that you require, it will generate some XPath for that particular element. And this XPath you can use in your code. Okay, that we'll see in today. And this one is, it will generate some XML attributes as well as the code tab also. Right. So when you click on this C# code, so when you record some actions in the desktop application, it will be recorded everything and it will be generated as a C# code. Okay, this code you can copy paste into any IDE, then you can use that one. Okay, it will generate only C# code. Okay, this is a record button. Okay, this is a record button, and here you can copy the things, and all the recorded will be recorded as a part of this code. Okay, in the tab you can see. So I will show this one. So here you can see UI recorder tracks both keyboard actions and mouse interaction, right? So it will track if you click on something in the UI. Okay, that is the basically things. I mean, the basic things that we do always. So when you launch some application, so we do some click action, we send some keys and all, right? So that is very common thing. So this will capture the keyboard activities also. So if you're clicking the tab button or enter button, that will, it will record those things as well. And here you can see when recording this active, both top and bottom panels are dynamically updated with varying UI information every time in a new action take a place. Right? So the top panel shows the XPath. So this is the top panel. It will generate the XPath for the particular actions that you do on the Windows application. And here you can see you can navigate to the C# code tab where you can copy that code and you can use it in the Winamp driver test. Okay, so in our case, we cannot use this code because we are using the Java. By default, it will generate some C# code. Okay, so now we'll try to locate some values. Okay, so I will open this calculator application. I will keep this aside. So if I click on this record button, right? So the recording is started now. Here you can see this is active. Okay, now I can mouse over to any key that I want to click. Okay, so here, for example, I mouse over into this number four, right? So when I click on this button, the action is recorded. Okay, so again, in the UI recorded UI, you can see all the XML format that we have clicked on the button 4. right? The respective XPath also generated here. Okay, this is coming from the very root panel. Okay, so we don't want to use this complete XPath. So here you can see this is coming from the desktop on a classic application form, and the app name is calculator. After that, it's coming to this all the path, right? So basically for automation ID, this is automation ID. This is a name. Name is a 4, right? So in our previous video, I will stop the recording. In our previous video, we have automated the calculator application, right? So by using the name. Okay, so we were clicking the number 2 and we are clicking the plus icon, and after we are clicking the number 9 and we are going to the equal option. We are clicking the equal option and we are getting some report. I mean, we are getting some results, right? So if I want to do this in a XPath, okay, before that I will execute the script. Okay, when I execute this one, automatically it will launch the Winamp driver by the code. Okay, so we don't want to manually start the Winamp driver exe. The connection is established. The calculator application is launched. Now you can see that it started performing some operation, right? So 11 is the answer that we got. It will close the application as well as this Winamp driver exe. Okay, so in the console window, we can see this is giving 11, right? So we are adding 2 and 9 that give the result of 11, right? So here we all went with the name locator, name locator. So if I want to convert this as a XPath, right? So you can write some XPath. Okay, so simply click on this record button. Before that, clear this one, click on record. So we want to click on the button 2, right? So if you mouse over this one, so it will highlight automatically to take all the XPath for this particular element that you have clicked with. Okay, so here you can see the respective C# code. Okay, this is a C# code that will help you to, I mean, this one you can copy simply. So here you can see in the desktop connection absolute XPath, they have taken us, this is XPath. And what is the operation that we are doing? We are clicking that button, right? So that is what it taken. So now we can see this one. I mean, this one we cannot see because this is written in the C# code. In our case, we will see the Java code. Okay. So now what we are doing, we are clicking on the button 2 first, right? So I will comment out all the things. So instead of going for the name, okay, so we'll write some XPath for the alternative option. Okay. So the very first thing what we are clicking on the number 2, right? I will clear this console. Okay, it's become slow now. Okay, I have just restarted this UA recorder again. So now we'll start the recording. So we want to click on the number 2, right? So when I mouse over here, why this is not capturing? Once again, yeah. So it started capturing the things, right? So when I click on this number 2, the action is recorded. Okay, I will pass the test. So here you can see the respective XPath, right? So the XPath is, so automation ID, number pad, this is a number pad, right? So respectively, it is, I mean, navigating to the number 2. So this is the XPath. Okay, so we don't want to copy it from here. We can simply copy it from here and we'll correct this XPath and we'll apply in the our code. Okay, I will open some notepad to correct this XPath. Okay, so this is how the looks. I mean, the XPath they have given by using this UA recorder. So now we have to correct this XPath. So usually we write some XPath like this, right? It will start from the name and we have to take this away. Okay, so I will delete this numpad. Okay, let it be numpad. Okay, so we have to make it as a single quotes everything. We have to correct it, right? So the format that we are using, this is a XPath syntax that we have to follow. Otherwise, it will throw the XPath syntax error. Okay. So once this is done, then we are good for the. Okay, so this is how the XPath looks. I will copy this XPath and I will copy it here in the Excel. Okay, sorry, in the Eclipse. So calculator session dot find element by XPath we have to give, right? So find element by XPath. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so we have to pass this XPath here. After that, we have to pass the click method, right? So this is the XPath for clicking on the number 2, right? So let's execute this one. Let's see it is clicking number 2 or not. Okay, so I will start the execution now. So it has to launch the Winamp driver exe automatically. After that, calculator application will launch. After that, it has to click on the number 2. Okay. So it is not clicking. Invalid XPath expression. Right. So the XPath that we have given is not a valid one. Right. So we have to correct this XPath. Okay. So what I will do, I will delete this numpad and let's try to run. Okay. I think this case it will work. I'm running it again. I'm closing this Winamp driver also. Okay, connection is established. Okay, this time also not working. Okay, so we'll put this star here. Everything looks correct only. Let's run this time. So you have to correct like this. Okay, so if XPath is not working, so we are making some syntax error in the XPath, or some locators are, basically it could be a syntax error. Let's see this time. It is clicking on number 2 or not. Yeah, it's clicked on the number 2, right? So you have seen right. So similar way, so we'll identify the respective the some other buttons also in the calculator application. Okay. So what we have done, we have clicking on the number 2. After that, we have to click on the plus icon and 9, and we have to click on the equal button, right? So now we have to locate this plus icon using this Winamp driver UI recorder. Okay. Again, I will clear this one. I will come to this plus icon. I will inspect this one. Okay. So this is the XPath that we are getting. Okay. I will pause this recording. I will come back to the Eclipse. Okay, so this is a locator that we got. Okay, we'll try to correct this XPath before we making to the code. Okay, so now we have to delete this XPath and this automation ID. Okay, from automation ID standard operation we have to take. Okay, what I will do, I will copy this XPath. I will just replace the value. This is automation ID. And after that, button name is a plus. Okay, after that, button automation ID is plus button. Okay, so now we are good with the XPath. So we'll execute this one after locating the number 9 as well as the equal button. Okay, I will delete this one. Again, I will come to the calculator. So now we have to click on the number 9. Okay, so for number 9, this is a XPath they are giving. I will pass this one. Again, I will come here. I will copy the same value. Same method. I will apply it here. Okay, so we have to make the corrections here. So automation ID is numpad. And what is the plus? Okay, button name is 9. After that, automation ID is num9 button. Okay, so after this, what we have to do? We have to click on the I will copy this again. I will give it here. Okay, so this time we have to click on the 2 we have clicked and the plus icon. After 9 also we have to click. Okay, the 9 also it will be very similar way to for this one. So I will simply copy this one. Okay, so 9 already we have done. So we have to click on the equal button now. So let's try to locate the equal button in the calculator. Okay, this is the equal button, right? So this is the ID that we are getting. I will copy this XPath and I will come here. So the standard operators we have to copy as the automation ID. And this is a name equals. And this is a equal button as an automation ID. Okay. So now I'll delete this one. So now we have written everything in the all the 4 steps we have replaced with the XPath. So earlier it was on the name, right? So find by element by name. So this time we have modified as a XPath one. Okay, so we are clicking on the number 2 and plus button, number 9. Again, we are clicking the equal button to get the text, right? So let's try to execute this one. Let's see all the XPaths are working fine or not. So the connection is established. Okay. Clicking on the 2 plus 9, then equal. Right. So everything is done. So here also you can see the answer is coming at 11. So this is where you can write the XPath. So if you don't want to use this UI recorder for generating XPath, if you want to generate your own XPath also fine. Okay, so for example, so for generating the own XPath, what we have to do? We have to go to the inspect one, inspect element exe file, right? So for example, so here for this result, right? So for this getting results, we are using the automation ID, accessibility ID, right? So whatever coming in the result area. So for example, we are doing some operation here. So this is the ID we are using here. Okay. So this one we'll try to write our own XPath by using this inspect. Okay. So let's inspect this one. Always highlight this area. I mean, click on this button to highlight the area that you want to select. So here you can see we are using this calculator results for automation ID. Right. So that's what we have used in the Eclipse also. Right. So calculator results as an automation ID. Okay. So now I will copy the same line. I will apply as a XPath. Okay. So here I will change it as a XPath. Okay, so here we'll try to modify the things. Okay, so the XPath syntax would be /star @ So this is automation ID that we are using, right? So we have to copy this automation ID and paste it here. You have to pass in the double single quotes, right? And you have to close this bracket. So let's see run this. So this is automation ID XPath that we have built, right? So if we have something else for this locator, right? I will try to locate again. So here you can see this is name also it is coming, but display as a 17, right? The 17 will change all the time. If I clear this console, you can see this became as a display 0, right? So this name you cannot use. Instead, we can go for a class name if it is available. Okay, so here we don't have a class name also. Okay, only automation ID we have. So we have written some XPath for getting this text. Okay, so we'll try to execute this one. Will this work fine or not? I will comment out this automation ID. We'll go with the XPath for this element. I will execute this case. Let's see. Okay, the Winamp driver exe is started and the connection is established. Application also launched. It has to click on the number 2 plus 9, then equal. It has to get the text. Right, so everything is worked fine. Here you can see in the console, the text is also printed. I mean, the output also printed by using this XPath. So this is a way you can write some XPath in your own method. Okay. So similarly, like for example, so if you use this Winamp driver recorder, right, so it will be very easy to get the XPath for your respective elements. Okay. So now, for example, I'm clicking on this menu, right? So the menu button is here it is. This is a XPath for clicking on the menu. After that, if you want to click on this scientific button or any button if you want to click, right? So it has a respective ID as well as name. Okay, so this is a way we use this Winamp driver UI recorder effectively to generating the record, as well as you can use this C# code for generating some. I mean, if you want to go with the Winamp driver with the C# automation, then you can copy this code and it will work fine. Okay, so in our case, we are using the Java code, so we cannot use this one. Okay, so now I'll clear the record. I will start again recording the new one. Okay, so I will do some operations like this. Okay, so now if we go to the C# code, okay, once again, I will start from the beginning. Okay, number clicking on the 7. After that, we have clicking on the plus button. So after that, we have to click on some other button to make the additional operation. And at the end of the day, we are clicking on this equal button to get this text, right? So I will pause this recording. So when you expand this one, here you can see all the recordings are here, right? So each line it will generate the code. Okay, what we have done, first time we have clicked on the number. Okay, so for each line it is generating a code, not for all the things that you record. It's not similarly to like a Selenium ID or something like that. So each click it is I mean the actions are recording in the UI and it is giving us a single line of the code, not complete line of the code. So now you can see again I'm clicking on the 9. Okay, so wait, it has to highlight and it will click. Okay, so here we are clicking the number 9. So after that, if you are clicking the plus icon, it is again, generating the new code, right? So single line of the code only you can generate here, not like something like in the Selenium IDE or some other recording tool. Okay, so you have to copy the each line of the code, then you have to go for a C# with the Winamp driver execution. Okay, so this is how we use this Winamp driver UI recorder for generating some XPath, or if you want to generate some code, single line of the code for clicking some element, right? So that's all about this using this UI recorder for the Winamp driver automation. Okay, so primarily this is for inspecting the UI elements. The recording will not help much. So if at all, if you have some heavy, like, some legacy application, if you want to build, if you don't have some element called ID or name, then you have to go for XPath, right? So those scenarios, you can use this UI recorder and you can get the XPath for the particular element. Okay. So that's all about this UI recorder. If you guys have any doubt or any questions, please feel free to ask in the comment section. Thank you, guys.